It's time again. Oh, jeez.
Oh, jeez.
America's Next Pop Icon, the show where you can get tips from pros, you can sing like a pro, and we also bring in artists. We have Zenia Marshall coming in. Wow, she's good. She's good, man. We've also got the iconic news with Jessica Wood. All this and more on America's Next Pop Icon. Stay tuned. Jessica, how do we keep the show going?
Advertising.
What did you say?
Advertising.
That's right. So throw us a friggin' ad, all right? You got blinders on, all right?
Throw us an ad.
Throw us an ad, exactly, for sure. Alexis Corey, Don't Watch Me Cry. Now available on Spotify, Apple Music, and all platforms. And we're back. You know, I gotta click all these buttons, and sometimes it's just really hard, but we are here.
Yeah,
the crowd goes wild. We're in West Hollywood. Like right behind me is beautiful sunlight, and you can't go out because we're in LA. And you think people are crazy in other parts of the world? In LA, COVID is like. It's like literally people wear like 8 masks here in LA. But let's say a quick hello to Jessica Wood. There she is, looking absolutely amazing after having had a great night's sleep. Yes. No drinking, no partying, nothing like that. Because of course we don't do any of that kind of stuff. Of course, we're in LA, so obviously we're just ordering in from Uber Eats. Or dash it out.
$50.
Yeah, $50
eggs
for breakfast. Oh,
Goodness.
My gosh. But it's great to be here in West Hollywood.
Yes.
We have a great show for you today. But first, we're going to start off with... It's the iconic news with Jessica Wood.
Oh my.
Ooh,
that
was like crazy. Yeah.
A record there. Congratulations.
You know, I could have gone longer, but I think my head would have exploded, so we don't want to have that. It's like, just whoa! There's like a shot of a guy behind me, like pumping gas into me. You can do it! Anyhow, this is a cool part of the show. Now, keep in mind, we do record these sometimes ahead of time because of COVID.
Sometimes.
All
the time.
And sometimes when we touch. But, so if we talk about news, like we had an article about a man making it on the moon. It's like,
it's
really?
From the 70s.
Really? You mean we actually made it on the moon? So obviously that was a little bit old. It was like old news. Don't get mad at us. But what's happening in the news today, Jessica Wood?
So, Olivia Rodrigo. Whoa.
Hang on, did we already talk about her? Is she the driver's license girl?
She is.
Got my driver's license.
Yeah, I feel like we talk about her quite a bit, but
every time
she's in the news a lot.
Yeah,
so
she's popular, very popular.
Yeah.
What's happening with?
So her idol is Taylor Swift.
Really?
Mm-hmm. And she was sent a red ring. That was sent to her by Taylor Swift, and she said it was worn when. I can't read.
You're totally losing me. What is this red ring? It's like a ring you wear on your finger?
Yes. So like a ring. She showed it off at an appearance on Sirius XM Hits.
Oh, wow.
She said she got the package from Swift with a handwritten note, and she said she gave her the ring because she wore one when she wrote Red, and she wanted her to have one just like it.
Well, that is so cool.
That's so cute, huh?
Yeah, Taylor, I want a ring.
Taylor.
I want a ring.
I want a rock.
I'll take a rock. I'll take anything. Yeah. Well, that's very cool.
Yeah,
I love it when people do nice things.
Yeah.
Because you think everything is going on in the world and it's bad. There's like bad stuff. And then every once in a while, somebody does something nice, which is really cool.
Yeah. It is cool.
It is cool. What else you got, Jess?
Okay. So Kelly Rowland, used to be with Destiny's Child.
Destiny's Child, yeah.
She said she will never wear low-rise jeans ever again.
Why? What happened?
Because she's 40 now. Crazy,
Oh,
huh?
I
She's
see.
40.
Because you're old, so you don't wear low rise.
You know, the little fupa.
So it's like no rise now.
It was a trend back in the day. You know, everyone wore the really low below the hip bone. Now they wear up to their breasts.
Really? Well, that's kind of like me and my pants. You know, like old men when they get older, like myself, when they keep pulling your pants higher and higher. Oh my God, he's back! It's Joe. I'm back. It's Joe. Holy smokes! I didn't know I was booked on America's Next Pop Icon, but I can sing. Where are my notes? Give me my notes. Yeah. Well, that's cool. Okay, I don't know. High rise, low rise. What jeans are in? Like what jeans are in right now? Do you know?
I feel like skinny jeans have been around for a long time.
Yeah.
I always like skinny jeans. I wear whatever's comfortable. High rise, low rise, no rise. I don't wear it all.
The skinny jeans, I don't, I put them on. I'm not skinny. They don't make me skinny.
I don't think that
it becomes fat guy in skinny jeans.
It becomes
exactly.
Fat guy in little skinny jeans.
Yeah, so you got anything else today, or are you just going to give us two?
Whatever you feel like.
Let's do another one. All right. I feel like in the mood for news.
So everyone's getting vaccinated.
Oh, yeah.
Dolly Parton finally gets vaccinated.
Wow. Stumble out of bed and roll into the kitchen, get myself a vaccination. Oh, sorry. Vaccination. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
It's so funny because there's a post saying Dolly gets a dose of her own medicine, but they were referencing the $1 million that she donated to fund COVID-19 vaccine research last year. So she did the Moderna one.
Wow. So it's Dolly Parton. I thought it was Donald Trump who made the Operation Warp Speed.
Oh my God.
Was totally huge, but we find out now that it was actually Dolly Parton.
It was Dolly. And
I don't like you, Dolly. I don't like you.
Oh my goodness.
Sorry, that's my Trump impersonation. That's terrible.
But she's still rocking. She still looks good. She's 75 and, she's in the elderly category. So good for her. She got vaccinated.
Everybody just keeps getting older and older.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Yeah, but I like the this Johnson & Johnson, and maybe by the time the show airs, something else will have come out. But the J&J one is one dose. Yeah, they give you one dose, and they also give you a little slap of baby powder.
I said that. They hit you on your thumb.
They're like, they give you the vaccine, and they're like, whoop, like the little hand comes out here, whoop, right there, you get vaccinated. Well, that is amazing. That was.
Iconic news
with Jessica Wood.
Oh man!
Of course it was. Well, let me see what's happening next. Oh, coming up. Wow, this is cool. So we have our featured artist coming up. It's Zenia. I hope I got it right. But she'll correct me.
What she'll correct me?
She'll correct me, and that's coming up next on America's Pop Icon. Don't go anywhere. Stay where you are. What's your name?
What's your number?
Got some money before September. Oh, jeez, I don't know.
What?
I don't know. We just want a little ad money coming in so we can pay for this thing. Thanks very much.
Just like these girls.
Alexis Corey, Better Part of Me. Now, this is a 17-year-old girl from Vancouver, and amazing. Streaming on all platforms. Download your copy today. And we're back live in studio. Everyth's live. All the voiceovers are live. Mm-hmm. It's all live, and we're happy to have.
It's terrible. No.
Yeah, exactly. This is Zenia Marshall from Vancouver, Canada. Hey, how's it going, eh?
Hi.
Hi.
Thank you so much for having me.
Did I say it right, Zenia?
Zenia, you got it right the first time.
I got it right. Oh, jeez. Zenia. And I should know because Zenia and I did a show together. It was called.
Your gut.
Yeah, we did Relive the Music.
Oh.
Relive the music 50s and 60s.
It was
Let's
beautiful.
Go.
Oh.
It was so fun. And we were reliving the music. And then COVID hit.
Andrew had the best Sunny impression, Sunny and Cher.
It was so fun. I didn't have to do anything. I just put on this mustache and a wig. And because I'm short, people think that's funny. Yeah. Laugh it up. Oh, there it is. There's a laugh it up. There it is, yeah. Enough about me. Oh, okay, stop it. What do you think this is, a comedy club? Anyhow, we're back with you live. And tell us about your solo career, because I know you do the stage work as well, but solo career as a recording artist. What's happening in your world?
Yeah, for sure. I actually just released one of my newest singles, and it's called Heaven and Hell. So I released that just about a couple weeks ago, and then about a week ago, I released the music video visual component for it. So that's what's been going on in my world at the moment.
Yeah, and it's good stuff. We're going to play that later. We've also got the your first one you did, which I really like too. This was a track called Ain't Like You. And tell me about this track. What does it mean to you? How did you come up with the idea?
Ain't Like You?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Ain't Like You stemmed from a time that I was in the middle of a friendship breakup, actually. So it does, when you read the lyrics, it does look like a love song, really.
Right.
But it was essentially about, like, losing a friend and them becoming someone that you no longer recognize. And despite how much you love them, you realize that they're not the person that you thought that they once were.
Really?
So, yeah.
Is this like it's like a friend, but it's not like a boyfriend?
No, actually not.
Okay.
It was a guy, but it was not a boyfriend.
We actually have him on the line. He believes that he was your boyfriend. He's quite upset about it. I'm just kidding. No, but that's cool. So it's just about like people changing then, or?
Yeah, for sure. Like, it's about basically, I guess, the fire of a friendship or a relationship kind of leaving. And when people change and people grow in different directions, and you just kind of grow apart and you no longer recognize the person that you once loved.
Right.
So yeah, that's the rough breakdown of that. So that's why the main line of the song is "No, you ain't you anymore."
Right.
Yeah, so it's just kind of with that realization, and by the end of the song, it's about moving on, and that's the reason why in the music video, we had written it to be that there was 5 different rooms that represented the 5 different stages of grief, of grieving that relationship and essentially moving on by the end of the song.
Wow, that's killer. I love the concept. Now, we've got this all ready to go. It's all hooked up. So this is, I keep saying it wrong, Zenia. Zenia?
Yeah, you got it. You're always right on the first time.
Oh, Zenia. So I did do it right. Oh, jeez. I don't know what's wrong with me. It's like I'm on crack or something. Zenia. This is a great track. It's called Ain't Like You, and you're listening to it on America's Next Pop Icon.
Don't catch fire, rush left. I'm desire what's left to whisper. You take and leave attracted high from sleep, claiming that this is what you need. It ain't like you anymore.
Wow. What a track. Zenia, way to
you.
go. That's so
Thank you
beautiful.
so much.
And
Thank you, Andrew.
yeah, once you know the story behind it, then it's even more powerful, right? But
Thank you.
yeah, this is it's very touching.
The
because-
video is great too.
Yeah, it's really nicely shot. Was that done with the Vancouver people?
Yes.
Oh, nice.
It was actually done by Tawny Curtis. Tawny Curtis actually directed it, and Thomas Walker had been the DP for it, and they both were working on Riverdale at the time. So
That's perfect.
how we shot it and got it all together, and yeah.
It's really nicely done. And then people who are listening right now and actually see the video, we had an artist on the other show. Her name was Zelly Vibes from Las Vegas. But it's all about making things happen, because that's what Zenia did. She made it happen. She got the group together, and people loved her and supported her. And you just got to do it, because otherwise you can't wait till you get your big Universal Music deal and they're going to make a $250,000 video.
Yeah.
It's not gonna, it's not going to happen. Like, what are you going to keep?
Exactly.
And I got to tell you, some of the videos, like your video is very strong.
Yeah.
If that was like
Thank you.
an album or like a record label type video, they probably would have spent a couple $100,000 on it.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy? And you don't need to.
You don't
Thank
need to.
you. Thank you so much, Andrew.
Yeah, it looks really good. Now we have this other song which just came out. Now this show is probably going to air like probably a month and a half from now. So it will have been out already, but it just came out. It's called Heaven and Hell. Tell us about this one. Is it about the same guy now? You can't stand him? I'm just kidding. So you're heaven and he's hell? Is that what's happening here? No.
Well, Heaven and Hell, actually, it was less about a direct situation like Ain't Like You, and it was more about, I guess, how I was interpreting love at the time, from kind of mixed experiences and situations. And this was a couple years ago when I was still in high school when I actually first wrote the first draft of it. So it was at that point in my life where, you're really young and you don't know what any of this love stuff is. You don't know what any of it means. And for, when you're growing up, you just kind of are told that love is love and it's just this happy, like amazing emotion, but you don't really yet understand that there's so much pain that comes hand in hand with love. And that's basically what I was writing the song about, that as much as a certain type of love can make you feel at the top of the world, like the next moment, like just because it has the power to make you feel that way, it has the equal power to also make you feel like the worst that you've ever felt before, like at the most painful times of your life. So that's basically what the song was about. And it just kind of took a story from there, and how you just keep on going from there. And it actually kind of like spun into a bit more of like a toxic relationship when you kind of read and analyze the lyrics. But that's essentially where the story started.
Yeah, that's so true. I mean, I remember when I was young, and it was like heaven when you're like in love with that person, and then it's hell when you break up or when things aren't going the right way,
I think we've all kind of been there.
But as you get older, it doesn't
You
matter.
don't care. You don't care anymore.
It's all heaven, baby. It's all heaven. My wife, Grace, it's all heaven. There you go. I've got it on tape.
There you go.
It's recorded. Yeah. But let's take a look at this one, and then we'll come back and talk to you a little bit more. This is Zenia, Heaven and Hell, on America's Next Pop Icon. Those of you who are waiting, there's an intro right now who are listening to the podcast. So Zenia's standing in the mountain, looking beautiful.
You keep on hoping that maybe one day you'll find yourself satisfied. You keep love than maybe a perfect love that's just spelled perfect lies. Yeah, it's not exactly what you want, but maybe, oh, it wasn't meant to be what you want. Tell me what heart's real. put no limits on heaven and hell. You want to take, there's nothing left to say. You put no limits on heaven and hell. You put no limits on heaven and hell. You put no limits on heaven and hell. You put no limits on heaven and hell.
And the crowd goes wild. They're going wild. What a track.
Yeah.
She's so
Very
proud.
ethereal sounding.
Isn't it really good? Yeah. So
Thank you so much.
just beautiful. The video shot beautifully.
Thank you.
I think this should be a hit. I think we got to get people to download this, listen to it.
Yes.
What I tell people first, I always download it from iTunes first. Like, please throw us $1.29. You know what I mean? Then once you've paid your $1.29, then you can stream it on Spotify as many times as you like. But because the Spotify, even if you have like 1 million streams, you may basically make enough to go have lunch at Mickey D's. It's like
$10.
yeah, $10. So Zenia, this is available on all streaming platforms right now.
Yep.
Okay, awesome. So check out Zenia at Apple Music, iTunes, and
Spotify.
yeah, go to Spotify. I mean, sure, you can build up a streaming base there, and make sure when you do go to her Spotify that you actually follow her, subscribe to her, and because the more people we can get loving the track like we do, the more chances it can get legs and take off and go viral, which would be nice.
Thank you.
Yeah, we want it to go viral. We don't want
Yes.
like 1,000 streams. We want 10 million streams.
I heard some Austin Powers.
That's right. Oh yeah,
Were
right.
you doing the pose?
You switched on, baby. You switched on. Oh my God, that's the first time I've done Austin Powers on this show.
Yeah, this
Now I got to get a whole bunch of complaint letters again. Yeah, we really like the show. We like that blonde girl, but that other guy, forget it.
Forget it.
Anyhow, Zenia, it's been a pleasure. You are an amazing artist. We are so excited to have you on the show. And we are going to follow your career, but make sure you kind of keep us posted as you have things that are coming out, and just keep the whole thing going. It is a grind, and you got to just keep grinding away and building that follow. I got to tell you one thing. We had an artist on. His name is Frankie Marino. Marino. Yeah, Frankie Marino from Las Vegas. So he built up his audience over like 5-6 years, and he built it up for iTunes specifically, right? And he built up such a following with these people that he releases singles like every other Thursday.
Yeah.
And he's had 35 or 36 number one singles, because when he does the release, he has like 100,000 people that'll pay the $1.29. Do you know what I mean?
Wow.
Yeah, so that's what you want to do. That's what artists want to do. You don't want to have like 500,000 followers on Instagram and you don't even know any of them or care about them. It means nothing. If you have a smaller amount of people, but they're people who actually love you and love your work,
Yeah.
then it's way more powerful, because then you can actually reach out to them when you do a single and actually at
Have
least
them
make the
support.
money back
Yeah.
to pay the guys who shot it and to pay the producers and all that kind of stuff. So that's what we recommend. Keep building that base of followers that love you like we do. And we hope to get you on the show again. And we thank you for being here today. It was really nice to have you. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, we'll see you next time. And coming up, wow, it's just never ending. We have, yeah, it's never ending. We have pop icon tips. We got Julian Miranda. I hope I said that right.
Yeah.
I'm just screwing up with
Yes,
names today,
no,
but
you said
he's
it right.
amazing, and he's going to give us some great tips, and that's coming up right now on America's Next Pop Icon. And it's us again. I know you're listening
Again.
thinking, oh my God, do these people ever
Sleep.
take a break? Do they ever sleep? But we are here in WeHo,
don't.
which is West Hollywood, if you didn't know that. And it is the coolest place. Hey, Lisa Vanderpump has a restaurant right down the road. What more do you want than that? Well, I'll tell you what more you want. You want I can't talk, but we have Julian Miranda right here in studio. The crowd goes wild. And yeah. And we also have Jessica Wood.
Aww.
Sorry.
Drew.
I'm starting to run out of sound effects.
Oh, no.
Sorry about that, Wood.
Lame excuse.
But yeah, I mean, Julian is not only an amazing vocal coach, he is also an amazing singer, which is really cool because
Kind of helps.
it helps
Kinda
if you can
helps.
do it. If you can do it, because I find when I'm working with people in studio and we're recording, if you can give them an idea, they respond better to a live human being doing it than if you're plunking it on the piano or guitar or whatever. They can actually mimic and
You
copy
have
a lot better.
no idea. I get so many
Yeah.
people coming to me as a vocal coach that can't. They're tone deaf. They don't know that they're tone deaf, and there's no way to be. It's just so difficult. You're not going to come out and say, "I'm so sorry," but it's just not going to work. I'm not a Simon Cowell like that. If you want to be better, I can help you be better. But you're right. If I'm doing like I have to play it on the keyboard and then actually sing. And then they'll respond to
They
it.
copy you, yeah, better.
Then if I pluck it out on the keyboard, which is bizarre.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. So
Because I think they can respond to the human voice
yeah.
differently.
Yeah.
And it's so funny because it's whether you're a male or a female. Because I work with some female singers and I'll give them the idea.
They run
and
with
they
it.
pick it up. Yeah, they pick it up right away, which is cool. But we are back at studio. We're going to talk about, this section is called Pop Icon Tips. And we like to give a couple of tips for singers of all levels, I guess. Sure. It doesn't have to just be pros or people beginning. But let's hear, like, do you have any tricks of the trade?
Oh, yeah.
You're like, no, I can't tell you. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, any kind of tricks of the trade. And let's say we're in a studio or we're in our home studio because so many people are doing it from home. I mean, look at Billie Eilish. Her
Look
and
at
her
you.
brother.
I know.
Like yeah, exactly. We're actually in my bathroom right now. This is all happening.
Cool here. Look at that bidet.
Have a bidet.
Have a bidet.
Yeah, the jokes just keep getting worse. But yeah, Julian, do you have some tips
Yes.
for people coming into studio?
Yes.
Whether they're beginners or pros even.
Yes.
All right.
I do.
Oh, good.
Well, besides the actual vocalization, besides just singing, when recording pop music, and that's why when you asked me this question, it just went blink, because this is what happens and what I deal with mostly and primarily in the recording studio with singers. Enunciation. So there's some no-nos that you don't want to do. Now, listen.
Are you saying they're doing too much pronunciation?
Yes.
Or too little?
Oh.
Yes. Now I'm gonna put this disclaimer out there, okay? Because I'm a singer. Now I've been doing it a long time, but there are hundreds of thousands of singers out there who are also very fantastic vocal coaches, and everybody has their own way, their own interpretation, their own perception of it. What's right, what's wrong. For me, it's not an issue so much of what's right or wrong, like bad or good. Like I never tell anybody, well, look, what you just did was not bad. It wasn't bad. It wasn't horrible.
But it wasn't good.
But I know a way in which we can make it better.
Ah, that's the way to go.
That's what I would
Okay.
say to them.
Yeah.
So here's the first thing. So and I'm just going to make some blanket statements. And again, I know there's going to be other vocal coaches out there like listening to this, and they're like, well, I don't think so, and that's not what That's fine. It is what it is. Okay. So for me, when you articulate too much, okay, it's depictive mostly for musical theater.
Yes.
Very musical theater is very articulate.
Very.
Okay.
Okay.
So when someone comes in and they want to record a pop song or something that's more on the pop R&B level, and they're articulating too much, it either smells of they came from musical theater and it's leaning into musical theater, and they're just very green.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that musical theater people are green. I'm just saying that you can tell that they haven't had their feet wet very much in the pop world or the soul or R&B world. So articulating it can kind of like pigeonhole you, like, oh, that wasn't so good. For instance, baby. When you're singing the word baby, do you ever see the B-A-B-Y? You don't want to sing baby. You want to sing baby. Baby.
Baby.
You don't want a baby. because it's corny.
Baby,
Yes.
baby.
No,
Yeah.
it's too corny, and it's country. Now that E's are very and G's are very country people. A lot of people sing country music. They do that, and they're R's. So R's, G's, and Y's. You got to be very careful because they will depict a certain genre.
Yes.
So baby instead of baby.
So that's like that's a studio pop trick. Baby.
Yeah, but it's a pop trick. Yeah, not like a pop filter trick. Like
Right,
you
right.
want to pop your peas, but
Right.
you'll sound cooler. It'll
Yeah.
sound cooler if you go, baby.
Yeah.
Another thing is R's. Be very careful with your R's because lover, lover. Be very careful with your R's. You also want to splat that in order
Right.
to pop. Because remember, pop is very splat.
So what do you do instead of the
Lover.
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 Oh,
Yeah.
lover.
Yeah.
You don't love her. Oh, lover. You don't want to do that. It doesn't sound cool or pop or hip or
Right.
it
To the
doesn't have
genre,
that.
yeah.
Exactly. So those are some really, really powerful things. Watch your R's. Make sure you splat. Now I teach a technique when primarily on really freeing people's voices. So I call it the hum and whine technique, but I use a lot of splatting.
Right.
And splatting is just a very open ah.
Ah.
So ah. Very open. So when you put that on the ends of things like baby, you're my lover,
Right.
it sounds so much better than baby, you're my lover.
Right. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Very saying it's crazy.
That's a really cool tip,
crazy.
and it helps
Yeah.
a lot of people.
And it's really funny because I went to the American Academy of Dramatic Arts, and I got out of there and I went back to Vancouver, and I was going to be an actor then, and I had
You
to.
better articulate.
Yeah, no, I couldn't even get a job. I was like, everything was too perfect. Everything, like the way I spoke, and it's the same with singing. So you have all these people that are classically trained. I've worked with some people classically trained, and it's a bugger to try to free. They're not going to go, baby.
And they're scared to do it.
Yeah,
It's been ingrained to them, especially if they come from. Yes. A lot of my kids come from like choral. They do a lot of choral. Like I have a lot of students who do. And again, when I say this, guys, this isn't bad or wrong.
Right.
Okay. What you're doing, it's not like if you pronounce things, it's not bad, because there are people who are probably listening to this going, well, pop gets kind of a, slant eye from people like, psh, because it's not proper.
Yeah.
Or it's not classically trained. So choral people tend to round things out. Very very round. Okay. Musical theater, very articulate, very bright, but very articulated.
Right.
And more classically trained opera is a lot more swallowed. Back here more.
Right.
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 So
What happened to your pop sound? I swallowed it.
You sure did. So there's those kinds of tricks.
This is so cool because people have to know this. And it's not something that you just learn.
No.
It's
Well,
something you have to practice.
It's something you learn. It's something that you learn by doing it and doing it and
Right.
doing it and doing. And that's kind of like one of the interesting things that I think, because you can obviously you can tell that my brain doesn't really slow down, doesn't sleep that much. So I'm always thinking. When I was coming up, I did karaoke, yes, but I got my greatest joy from doing the open mic things, and I had to go down to South Central.
Right.
Because they had the cool bands. You get up and they would like throw dollars at you and they'd be like, you better sing. And it was
Yeah.
amazing, and it really was encouraging. There's not that really for people anymore. So that's one of the reasons why I created Singers LA, the open mic vocal jam. So people could get up and really get that. I guess the term is, soil your wild oats.
Right.
Do the wood shedding and learn these things, because as you do a song again and again and again, you learn, well, that didn't really work. How can I do that? Let me try something different. Okay, let me try. And as you try things and you're wood shedding, you get better.
Yeah.
You get better and better and better.
True.
And I have to tell you something about Julian. Now, because there's some vocal coaches that we were talking about that just can't sing, which is fine.
But why be
But
a
maybe
vocal coach?
no, but maybe they have different techniques that they're going to pass
Yes.
on to you that's going to make you better. You can learn from everybody and anybody, as far as I'm concerned. But Julian sent me this track. It's called Ashes.
It's my single.
It's a single. I mean, I'm telling you, all right. Now, don't think that just because, Julian's so good at this track that if you take some vocal coaching with him that you're going to be that good. All right? It ain't happening, baby.
I always just tell people, look at wherever you're at, I can probably meet you where you're at, and I can help you be better than where you're at. I can definitely, that's a guarantee that I can give somebody. I can meet you where you're at, and I can probably 99% of the time help you to be better. Where you start from, and that better might not be that great, or it might be incredible. So it's just where that person is coming from.
Exactly.
So thank you.
Exactly. So we are out of time for this section, but we're going to leave and we're going to play the full track of Ashes. This is really good.
Oh.
And then I want to thank you for coming on the show again. Thank you so much. We're learning so much.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jessica. Next,
I don't do much, but yes.
Hey, you're just an amazing person. And when we get back into studio, we're going to make Jessica sing something. But in the meantime, this is Julian Miranda's single. It's called Ashes. And make sure you pick it up on iTunes first so we can make $1.29 a track. Once we've exhausted and have 1 million downloads of iTunes, then you can listen for free on Spotify like everybody else. But this is Julian Miranda, Ashes.
What's left to say? These prayers ain't working anymore. Every word shut down in flames. And what's left to do? These broken pieces on the floor. Losing my voice, calling to you. 'Cause I've been shaking, I've been bending backwards till I'm broke. Watching all these dreams go up in smoke. Let beauty come out of ashes. Let beauty come out of ashes. Come out of ashes. You use these tears to put out the fire in my soul. 'Cause I need you here. I've been shaking, I've been bending backwards till I'm broke. Watching all these dreams go up in smoke. Let beauty come out of ashes. And let beauty come out of ashes. And when I pray to God, all I ask is, yeah, can beauty come out of ashes? Let beauty come out of ashes. Let it come out. And when I pray to God, all I ask is, can beauty come out of ashes? Ooh, 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 ooh. come out.